welcome back to another episode of Smith's Fishing Outdoors. I'm Fischer Smith, and today we're fishing with a buddy of ours, Jake Fields, and we're doing something really special today. Hopefully we can put some pretty decent muskies in the boat today.
I think we'll find some. Using the fly rods today.
Yep, no regular tackle, all fly rods. It should be interesting. So,
have you ever caught a muskie on a fly?
No, it's gonna be a process, but why not do it here?
Yeah, I think we'll see some. And God willing, we'll put some in the net.
Heck yeah.
Quite the setup, Jake.
Pretty good. Took us a while to sort of finalize all the getting everything dialed in, but we feel like we're pretty much there. We're also living in the golden age of musky fly fishing, because it used to be that we'd have to cobble everything together with stuff that wasn't ever designed for the way that we used it, which meant it only sort of worked and then it broke. But now more and more companies are making like purpose-built stuff for us, which makes us feel special, and it means we have some stuff that actually works the way that it's supposed to. I know you've fished with a fly rod before, which is super helpful. With muskies, the system's a little different. Couple things to keep in mind is, number one, the everything in the system is dynamic and stretches, which is different, obviously, than a gear rod, right? So you can't sweep set them. The only way to actually bury hooks into the fish is to do what's called a strip set. So with a strip set, as you're stripping in, if you feel and eat, you're basically gonna stick your bottom hand out, which will be your left hand, because unless I assume you're right-handed. So you're gonna stick that bottom hand out. You'll, just like a musky rod, you'll have the butt buried in your armpit, and you're just gonna strip them. And the thing to think about is to pretend like you're trying to strip the head of the muskie through the top of the rod. That's the only way, because if you try and go up or try and go to the side, the rod itself is so flexible and fly line stretches. You just won't actually bury hooks in them. The second thing is, it's different than like trout fishing with a fly rod, right? So we're not gonna aerialize the cast in the same way that we would. So the way to get these flies out, because you're working with big flies, wind resistant flies, and the line itself sinks. It's coated in tungsten, which is how the fly sinks. We're gonna essentially use the tension of the water to load the rod behind us. So all you need to do is get the line behind you, a couple of casts. We'll get this wet. So assuming I just finished my last cast, I'm gonna get this fly behind me, and then it's up over the top, and use that water to create the tension. As you're stripping back, keep that rod tip in the water. Again, you can bury that butt underneath your armpit. There's a nice long extended butt on this rod. And then when you come into your 8, same way you would with a gear rod, you'll hear that sound, which is your leader pulling back into the guides of the rod. And I like to start, if possible, there's different ways to do it, of course, but on the 8, on these river fish, it seems like they tend to eat downstream more often. So on that 8, I tend to do, and the raft in the front here is nice because you can get out in front of the raft a little bit. Downstream turn, hang and pause on that death pause, another loop around, and start again. This rod is designed to be able to use 2 hands on it if you want to. Don't hold it here. A lot of folks will try and hold it here, and then you lose your torque, and your wrist has to do way too much work. Hold it up top, and I kind of pin it against my forearm. And with this butt buried in your armpit, you can either do a one-hand cast this way, get a little bit of line out, and then let her go. The other thing you can do is with 2 hands, if you want to. You can bring it back behind you. Wait for that sound. But you can bring it back behind you with 2 hands and do the same thing. Get a little bit of line out and then launch it that way. It's up to you how you want to do it, and you'll just want to try it and see what works for you. When you're working it, remember that you're stripping line to impact motion on the fly. So a couple of hard ones, let it pause, slow, and you'll just kind of watch the fly to get the motion that you want. We're a little bit limited in the fly game in terms of the action we can do, so we can't do as much with the flies as you can with in the gear world. Essentially, we can do glide, we can do pull, pause, and almost all of the flies you'll see today have a big head on them with a small tail, and we're essentially trying to create pressure differential. So if you imagine like a semi truck that has brakes only on the front end, and we're accelerating that semi truck and then slamming the brakes each time, so the back of the fly kicks out, and then we can hop. We can do like a weighted hopping pattern, but that's kind of what we got in the game. Yeah, so I'll get this in, and you can kind of hop back up here and take some practice casts, and when you're ready, we'll slide down to the first hole. And if the length of that rod, so that's a 10-foot rod, most fly rods are 9 feet. If the length of it starts to become a pain in the ass for you, we can go down to a 9-foot rod, but it loads a little easier on the bigger flies. You'll learn quickly the endless frustration about fly line and stepping on it. Nice cast. That's perfect, Fisher. Cast is great. The cast is great. That's half the battle in this game.
Hey.
I musky fly fish like once or twice.
Awesome. And you bass fish with a fly rod from time to time, don't you?
I threw wacky rigs on it.
Awesome.
Like a whack Ned rig.
Uh-huh.
Wacky rigged it and
Just,
caught a bunch of bass.
yep. You're doing awesome with that rod. I can't tell you how many people are just all thumbs when they pick that thing up. Very impressed.
Gotta get these muskies to cooperate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. No. Come off.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Nice job on the strip set, though. You didn't pull the rod tip out of the water the entire time. That's half the battle.
Feel pretty good?
Good.
My guess is it's not the only fish in this pocket.
I got a hunch you're gonna get one, fish. Doing things right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that rod tip has been in the water the entire time. It's half the battle. Just keeping the tip in the water helps so much to not trout set them. Corner, but this feels like a big fish zone. Maybe one fish in this soft corner, but probably not a dinker.
about a mid-morning report, Fish?
All right, well, we hit the first couple of good honey holes and lost 2, but we're working on it. Casting's getting better, getting less snags.
Casting looks great. Dropping dimes, hitting spots. 2 eaters. We'll find one.
A major, minor, whatever we had this morning just ended, so now it's just up to my presentation.
Good old Whitney came to play. What fly anglers refer to as wind. Wind is a 4-letter word, you don't want to say it, so we'll call her Whitney. Shows up and wrecks the party sometimes. Not a bad little musky wind though. Bumpered up. That's the beauty of the raft. You just play bumper boats all the way down. We're gonna just hold right in this slot, Fisher, and you just bang every direction till it seems like you don't want to anymore.
I'd be fine with that.
I'm going to get us into this eddy behind the main plunge pool and we'll be able to just kind of sit pretty. Fish, yep. Keep them on, just keep stripping, keep them tight. Side of the boat. Nice! Alright, I'm gonna give you that. So we're gonna get out of the soup here and head right over there. It was a gear rod.
That's an adrenaline fight, holy crap.
Uh-huh. Pretty cool, right?
That's crazy. He's fighting, pulling line.
Mm-hmm.
Knock this off your bucket list. It's just something you need to do.
Yeah. Good? Take my glasses off.
fishing leaning right on the butt of that fly rod. Just for a second, I'll get it on the lid for you. You're fine. Right paint job.
Nice gill right, goes right to my hand. Oh yeah. Wow. Pretty.
Oh shit.
First on the fly.
Right towards me. There we go.
Awesome.
How big fish?
What?
How big?
35.
Good, healthy river muskie. Thanks for playing.
Sweet.
Heck yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
Way to go. First one on the fly. Woo!
A little bit easier when it was out. I mean, you,
Was your
the
fly
ones
at
you,
the
the ones
surface?
that ate before hit Fisher with like 6 feet of line out. You know.
Oh yeah, that's hard. Hard to keep them angled. Uh-huh.
I like how it came out of the water, head shaking first.
Keep your toes, be on your toes all throughout here for sure. Now we're gonna get a little bit of that gusting cross river wind. Just make sure that fish are.
You caught both the species we were going after.
That's right. That's right. Multi-species day.
I don't think I can control them like that.
Dude. Fish? Rock.
Head
You
shake.
turn-
I like this. I like the
You
strip
couldn't
set.
turn
though.
that rock over.
I like the strip set though.
Came out.
You lose 100% of the fish you don't set on.
It's your afternoon report, fish.
Almost to the end of the float. Caught a smallmouth. We did catch a muskie. That was really fun. Trying for some more right now, but got what, one more hole left.
Probably one more big old juicy hole and a couple of spots we'll want to poke around in.
Sure. And then we can. I think we'll make it. I think we can make it happen on those. And
We'll
then
make it happen.
Otherwise, it's been fun.
oh, it's been a blast. My shoulder's getting nice and strong now.
See one come up out of this hole and eat.
Do what you're supposed to. Nice Fisher.
Okay, well, That was a blast.
Pretty good day, pretty successful day.
Heck yeah, caught my first ever muskie on a fly rod.
Cool
That was a
spot,
blast.
cool eat. Found a smallie as well, so
I'm definitely
multi-species
gonna
day.
be fly fishing for muskies a little bit more.
Yeah, you got what it takes.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully we can get you out and gear fish a little bit.
That's the hope. That's the hope
can-
for sure.
We'll get you one on some top water. That'll be fun.
Awesome.
Heck yeah, or rip a Medusa, one of the two.
Sounds great. Well, let's get this boat on the trailer
yeah, we
and
gotta-
call it a day.
Wench it up. If you guys like this video, please hit the like, subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next adventure.